Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Warcraft replay here. I am casting this right after the last one. I felt like I was a little rusty there, so let's just queue up another replay and maybe I'll cast it a little later, hopefully to avoid like not being able to upload for a couple weeks. We have another player playing random. Infi is going to be spawning in as the red orc player on the bottom left. Foggy sticking with his blue night elf. And funny that the three human titans are just laddering on random. But yeah, the hero comps are a little different between the two, so curious to see how they play. I have absolutely no idea why Foggy is player 2, but yeah, we'll go with it. Really early wall mill here from Infi, as I don't actually know what this signifies. Could be trolls again. Last game it was obviously a little later of a wall mill and a very late barracks. It was tier 2 first, so this is a lot different. Maybe it's not trolls, maybe it's just for... I have absolutely no idea. Farseer first here for Infi, as I believe Foggy is a very late altar, so we might be having a Tavern Hero start for him. I'm not sure why you Tavern Hero these days. It could be the infamous Dark Ranger first, could be Beastmaster since he is an orc matchup, could be Panda, a whole slew of things. Beastmaster hasn't really been seen all too much recently since orc burrows have their fortified upgrade a lot earlier than normal. I believe it was unlocked at tier 1 actually, so
work complete.
Yeah, I'm not too sure on that. Trolls, it is indeed, as we also have a Beastmaster popping out here, instantly spotted by the Farseer, as it seems like he's going to go for straight harassment instead of creeping with those wolves. But yeah, Beastmaster first. Pretty big map as well, so I'm curious to see... Oh, we even have a bear start for the Beastmaster. This is a whole slew of interesting. I don't exactly remember if the Beastmaster got touched in this particular patch, but bear start is not something I actually expected to see. Farseer just gonna resummon his wolves there, as the Beastmaster was about to get a little bit of XP there. Bear, unfortunately, is not too useful at level 1, but yeah, always interesting to see. Obviously, a lot weaker compared to the Misha version in the Rexar campaign. No access to Blink, no access to, was it Stormbolt? Does it have Stormbolt? Probably has some sort of stun. I might have Blink at like level 3, I don't exactly remember. It's this is the problem with not seeing, not being used to see these kind of things in compared to our high ladder games anymore. Bear's gonna get resummoned. I believe it was gonna get timed out anyway, but yikes, you can see that the Beastmaster taking a huge chunk out of his mana pool just to summon 2 of those bears. Meanwhile, you could probably have summoned like 3 boars with that amount of mana. But yeah, boosted speed on his Beastmaster here, probably trying to take these straggler trolls down, as the archers pretty low HP, but thanks to those moon walls, I'm not too sure how easy it is going to be to kill those archers there. Spirit Walls being resummoned once again, and here comes the Wisp to try and detonate. You can see that the detonate nerf hurt those Wisps a little bit, as the Beastmaster is going to take his first bit of experience, as he is level 2, and he summons a second bear. I actually did not know that you can have multiple bears out. Maybe I was too used to the Rexar campaign, but yeah, multiple bears. That is... I mean, like I said before, it takes a crap ton of mana, So I'm not too sure how viable it actually is.
Upgrade complete.
But yeah, that's at least something good to know. Foggy, saving a whole lot of resources here, is now going to be using it on something, probably placing down his production buildings. I have actually no idea where that like 400 gold went. But either way, Hunter's Lore has been placed down, or completed, so we are going into Double Ancient of Lores here. Demon Hunter second, we have seen that a bit before, not really too meaningful, to be honest. Mainly just there as a mana burn unit. So yeah, Beastmaster, not too sure how useful he's been so far. But yep, 1 point into Bear, 1 point into Boar. One mana stealing. I guess that's useful for the Beastmaster at least, since he is such a mana-hungry hero.
Work complete.
Farseer running around level 1 actually. He's not able to get level 2 since the Shadowhunter is taking all of the experience. Expansion attempt here on the bottom side. Really early expansion attempt, in fact. A lot earlier than his opponent, who I'm not even sure if is going to go in expansion.
Research complete.
Sentry Ward has been placed down just to keep tabs on this possible expansion here, as Magnetor Camp probably too powerful to go for. Where on earth is the... There it is. Yeah, it is a red camp. Here we go, level 2 bears. I'm not sure if this one's a level 2 bear or not, but it definitely looks like it. It is a lot bigger. Here we go. I believe level 2 bears have access to their Maul ability. There we go. There's the Maul ability. Basically bash proc, or maybe it is called bash proc. I actually have no idea anymore. But essentially the same thing. Shamans obviously a lot more value since they can just purge the bears. But Shadowhunter is taking a bit of damage. Demon Hunter is not as strong as he would like to be since he is second hero and not enough levels on him. Cool Beast, just a regular Cool Beast, is just going to get taken down by these Troll Headhunters here. I have absolutely no idea where the Farseer is. He is just getting chased down by Mass Dryads, it seems, as that is the comp to go for Foggy. A bit risky since he is dealing with those headhunters, but since Dryads are a lot bulkier, actually not by a lot actually, and since they are unarmored, I'm not sure how much 100 HP is actually going to do for them, but hopefully their increased speed is something worthwhile? Question mark. Yeah, it's not actually cut and dry compared to Hippogriff Riders, but then again, Hippogriff Riders didn't actually work out too well for Foggy, so yeah, maybe Mass Dryads are the way to go. Still at tier 2, is more focused on creating this second base rather than going tier 3. As Beastmaster is down to about 40% HP there, needs to be extremely careful. He does have a deep scroll, but he doesn't really want to use it this early on in the fight. Bear is going to go down most likely, as the scroll, speed scroll is going to be used to try and chase down the stragglers here. Beastmaster, ooh, down to 100 HP, needs to be careful not to get taken down without burning his TP scroll, as some Grown Dryads are going to go down. Archers, surprisingly probably a lot better matchup compared to those Dryads there, but since we are massing up those Dryads instead, yeah, we're not going to see this even like battle. Bears chasing down the Shadow Hunter here as the... Oh, Demon Hunter lives with about 2 HP thanks to that Cloak of Shadows. Bear did go for a bash proc. Unfortunately, the stun didn't last long enough for the Shadow Hunter to actually get completely stun locked into death. Blade Master, not Blade Master, Demon Hunter is going to suicide into this troll, most likely to get revived through the altar, since it's probably a lot less of a hassle than wasting Moonwells. But tier 3 is about to be completed, and maybe Foggy's gonna start adding in bears into his composition. He definitely should start with the Wellspring upgrade.
Work complete. We're under attack.
Beastmaster, honestly, should try and get to level 5 as quickly as possible, since he's kind of dug himself down this bear rabbit hole, or bear hole. Might as well go all the way with a level 3 bear, question mark.
Someone call for the doctor?
Yeah, Witch Doctor coming out here, most likely just to be a Sentry Ward placer. Fortress Tech is started, finally. Something I was really wanting Yumiko to do in the previous game, but it took him forever, and by the time he was able to get tier 3, it basically was over, and surprisingly he did win the game in the end. Creeping out with those trolls and Shaman there. No upgrades on those trolls just yet, so this is a bit different compared to Yumiko. But then again, he is facing a lot different of a comp compared to Yumiko did. 54 for Foggy, 49 for Infi, as probably not good for Infi. Is going to try and run away, but since he is dealing with slow poison there, it's a bit iffy on whether or not he can actually fully retreat. Shredder is going to be picked up here, most likely just to solve his lumber issue. I'm surprised that he is actually struggling on that lumber. 53 versus 51, but the Shredder did take a bit of that supply. Here comes the the mountain giants. Despite getting constantly nerfed, they are still being picked over the bear, surprisingly. I guess it is just for eating up the troll spares. Farseer is getting down to pretty dangerous health, but the mountain giants, yeah, their taunts aren't really doing too much. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going on here, as Infi is just going to be face tanking those mountain giants. Taunts are constantly being annoying, but it seems like Infi's just manually retargeting all the time, so the taunts aren't really too impactful. Tier 3 is now done, and the Berserker upgrade is on the way, as well as hopefully, fingers crossed, Master's training on those Shaman. Although I guess we are dealing with Mass Dryad, so they do have access to Abolish Magic, which in turn kind of means that Bloodlust may be a waste of mana. We will have to wait and see. But so far, I'm kind of liking Infi's setup right now. True Shot Aura on top of Kodo Beasts are going to be pretty scary for those trolls. Berserker is now finally upgraded, and we are going to be dealing with the Magnetors here for Infi. Here comes the Kodo Beast. No Battle Drum upgrade just yet. It is about to be completed, as TC is coming out as the third and final hero here. And with the Endurance Aura, that is going to be almost perfect auras for our orc player here. Actually, that might be the perfect auras. Maybe Unholy Aura for additional movement speed, but other than that, this is pretty much the best offensive auras that Infi could have. TP scroll from Foggy, but is he actually well equipped to defend against this? Here comes the Priestess of the Moon for her True Shot aura, but all in all, it kind of looks like Infi is just outnumbering his opponent. The two Mountain Giants, yes, they can tank, but there's actually not enough Dryads to dish out the DPS. So, yeah, TC is going to go down thanks to the Demon Hunter there, but I think maybe Infi's units are too much to deal with. I say that, but if Infi loses a lot more heroes than his opponent, then maybe it's not all fine. Ooh, yeah, Shadow Hunter almost died there with 4 HP. The Orb of Venom was on its way to killing, but yeah, is able to save him at least. So, despite looking pretty good, I guess Infi's units just aren't strong enough to actually finish off these units. I was hoping at least one of these Mountain Giants goes down, but either Infi's Focus Fire was not good, or the Mountain Giants are just pretty good at timing the taunts. TC gets revived here. Master's Training did just get completed, so the Shaman do have access to the Bloodlust if they can get it. Magnetor Camp once again is going to be started here, and Infi's going to take both of these Magnetor Camps, which is kind of meaningful since he is going to take the good item. Unfortunately, Battle Drums is not the item he was hoping for. That does not stack with the Coda Beast Battle Drum aura either, so unfortunately that is just going to get sold for gold. I think I hear Taurens. We do indeed have Tauren Warriors here, hopefully to try and counteract those Mountain Giants, but it's a bit iffy without the Spirit Walker support, so if one of these goes down, that's a huge sink of resources, I would think. But I think they're pretty good when it comes to fighting one-on-one with these Mountain Giants, so I think it should be fine. Wind Riders being added to the mix here, so Infi's going for a really diverse army composition. I'm not sure if it's the best way to do it, but with Envenom Spears as well as Pulverized, Battle Drums, Berserkers, like the whole shebang, I'm actually really scared for Foggy because he just has a couple Dryads and a couple of Mountain Giants. Is finally adding bears into his composition as well, finally, but I actually really like Infi's army comp. Normally you would kill to have you know, some of these units by themselves, but all these guys combined kind of looks like Infi's playing humans. Here comes the Mass Wisp here, most likely for the detonate on those mana pools, maybe for the Bloodlust as well, as Roar is going to come down. War Stomp is going to try and do its best to control the front line here. Who is winning so far? Scroll Protection is going to try and keep these frontline units as alive as possible. TC is going down to half HP there, and Orcs don't exactly have the best ways of saving their units. TP Scroll is going to get channeled instead, so I guess that's the only way for the Orc player to keep his heroes alive. And it didn't actually steamroll as I expected it to, so yeah, Foggy looking kind of promising for him. +0, +2, +0, +2 on the Dryads and Mountain Giants and Bears as well, versus what is it, +1, +1 and +0, +1 on those Tauren Warriors. It's gonna be +0, +2 very soon. I believe armor upgrades for everyone as well. Yep, so it is going to affect the Berserkers as well as the Taurens. Adding more Witch Doctors here, since Tauren Warriors will benefit a lot from Healing Wards. Healing Wards heal based on max percentage health, so it's basically the perfect way to keep these guys alive. Stasis wards also being placed down as well. I'm interested to see how well these get utilized, since it's not going to affect the triads unfortunately, but it might be pretty meaningful taking out these bears and mountain giants away from the fight. Here we go, Bloodlust is getting channeled here, Pulverize, a lot of Pulverize procs in fact, but unfortunately they are not doing too well against those giants. And one turn is going to go down. Proto Beast sadly not getting into the thick of things and going for a bit of a nom-nom. As healing wards on the side of Foggy, which is kind of surprising. I'm not sure how we got those, but yeah, TP Scroll once again getting channeled for the turn Chieftain. Able to snipe the Demon Hunter, however, before the TP Scroll gets finalized, so that's kind of nice. Not sure if it's a complete win, since Infi yet again had to burn his TP Scroll, and he did lose a turn for it, so I'm not sure. I'll say it's even. Not a complete win, but that was pretty even. Expansion attempt on the bottom right here, so Foggy's gonna get his second expansion, third base in total, as the main bases are about to get their gold mines expired very soon. Nighttime has now occurred, so these moonwells should be filled to the brim very soon thanks to the Wellspring upgrade. +1 attack upgrade for the giants and bears are on the way, as giants are +3, +0, +3. That is a huge, huge armor jump. Yeah, it's getting a little worrying. I thought the turns would be a lot more of an even fight for those mountain giants, but even with constant Pulverize procs, it's not actually doing a lot. Alright, Bloodlust spam on the entire Orc army here, 79 versus 79. Stasis traps being placed down. I believe that Infi's trying to bait his opponent into these stasis traps. Here we go here, huge chunk onto the Beastmaster. Is going to be forced to use that healing potion, but it is only a lesser healing potion, so he's going to go down still to about 260 HP. Turn Chieftain, not getting focus fired this time around, which is a huge plus. Turn Chieftain with his Turn Warriors, able to keep toe-to-toe with these mountain giants surprisingly, despite the +0, +3. I guess with the Beastmaster out of commission, not enough DPS support in the backline, and we are about to have multiple mountain giants going down at the same time. Turn is going to go down himself. No, he is actually going to get healed up with the healing wave. Still a level 2 bear. Beastmaster has yet to get that level 3, and another mountain giant goes down. I believe that is the last mountain giant off the game. Turn Chieftain's going to get healed up once again with the healing wave. Speed Scroll to hopefully try and seal the deal. Beastmaster is gonna go down, and that is gonna be game. Infi is gonna take this victory as yikes, that score difference is actually pretty huge. I mean, the army supply was basically even before that fight happened, so yeah, I guess the biggest difference was just those heroes. Turn Chieftain did quite a bit. Once the Farseer got his chain lightning, he was also able to chip in on a little bit of damage, but yikes, the healing from the Shadow Hunter was pretty huge. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. That was a human-like Orc army comp. But yeah, I'll see you guys again next time. Take care.